Obviously, Microsoft differentiates itself with software. That's key, and it's important. And you make it sound like it's easy. I mean, people who know unified communication know the promise is compelling, but it's not that easy. So when you see companies like Google, you mentioned as a competitor, possible competitor, coming into this space, they make it look easy. Here's an enterprise appliance, and here's some managed services, Google Docs, Google App Engine, etc. How do you talk about customers who look at Google as, hey, maybe that's an alternative? It seems easier, possibly on paper, than maybe some of the other choices out there.
Yeah, there's a couple of aspects of easy, right? So let's start with the user experience. Is it easy for the user to get access to the information they need? Is it easy for them, right from the applications they're using to do their business, whether it's a productivity application like Excel or Word, or whether it's Microsoft Outlook, or whether it's their ERP system or their CRM system? Is the communications technology integrated right into those applications? Is that easy? What about from a developer standpoint? If you're building communications into your business process, is it easy to find the APIs? Are they well documented? Are they supported? Do you have the developer tools required to build on top of that? So that's got to be, easy is a relative word. Development is, it's development. It's not easy. But is it optimized for the experience of the developer? Familiar tools, robust tools, and debugging environments and so forth, where you can build powerful applications with leading edge development methodology and capability. Is it easy for the IT department to provision, to manage? If a discovery requirement is in place, is it easy to get access to those, to drive policy out across your users? I mentioned the provisioning case earlier.
Yeah.
Is it easy to provision new users, turn off users? Is it easy to manage the devices? Is the authentication and security, quote, easy? It has to be doable on some of those things, because it's not an option not to. You have to have security. You have to have those. Is it optimized for the IT professional's experience? And then there's a question of, for my organization as a whole, how easy is it for me to just sign up and get all of those capabilities? And I think that's where hosting will come into play. And I don't think it's a consumer service that's redirected towards the enterprise. I think there are a lot of challenges there. Consumer services were built with a specific audience in mind, and they don't have the needs of IT professionals in mind. And so if you can create a service, software as a service that's available to the IT professional, that gives them what they need to manage the critical communications and data needs of the organization, I think that's going to be very compelling, and I think it's inevitable that that's going to come. Microsoft's, of course, announced that.
Google's early. They don't have a lot of experience in the enterprise. They have an appliance. But cloud computing and all the promise of those kinds of services, this looks great, but we're still talking about an enterprise that's on the edge. It requires specific in-house technologies, policy. It is complex, but talk about what you guys have done at the edge. I mean, the cloud's great. It's great to host services, but you still need to have some control at the edge and some intelligence at the edge.
Well, I think a vendor that's going to service the enterprise has to have all aspects of this down. You have to have an on-premise offering for companies that need that. Over time, we're going to see hosted offerings, not only dedicated hosted, but shared services targeted at the enterprise as a key offering that'll have its own value proposition, and you're going to see a lot of hybrid. And in all of those cases, the IT professional has got to be able to manage, provision, trust, and secure the data for the organization and provide leading edge business capability.